So I just finished a course of awakening here in Sweden, Adelsö, the island of the royal ancestors, something like this. It was beautiful. Thank you everybody. Micah, Patrick, Hasse, Joel, Lucas, Anna, Sandra, Ida, Laura, Staffan och Maria som inte couldn't be there. So it was beautiful, amazing, and we did it in a beautiful place. And now I'm out in an area where I used to live as a child, in a place called Ingarö outside of Stockholm. And I'm walking out to this little island. This little island that we used to go swimming on. We used to have it as a little private island. It's not private, but it was a place that really nobody else went to. And we would wade across this water right here and spend time on this little island, I Skärgården, in this archipelago outside of Stockholm. And we'd be naked all day. We'd walk across here, right through here. It's the first time I'm seeing it in a long, long time, since I was 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'd be right over here on this island. Round the back high, there'd be a swan's nest on the other side. There was a swan's nest. And that bay over there, those rocks we used to lay on, the boys and I with my friends. And we would fish. We'd put a net across there. And then their family would fish as well. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So, in this scene, in this scenario, in this place, I wanted to talk about, and this is what I'm doing. The reason I'm out here, partially, is because I love it, want to honor it, and see it. But recapitulation, this is what Don Juan calls erasing personal history. It's not exactly erasing personal history, it's reincorporating, reaccumulating, reintegrating, soul integration, if you will, soul retrieval, if you will, is really what it is. And you don't do this in a, I cry. I was just out watching where I used to sail as a little boy, and a boat club, Björkviks Båtklubb, that my father helped start, and I was walking around there. And you feel the old ghosts. You feel the pieces of yourself that was there. And you want to bring them back. You want to walk in those places and feel it. Come back into me. Come back into me. If you left any pieces of ghosts. Driving up around where we used to have our house. The house is gone. It was torn down and another house was built closer to the road. We like to be off the road. And the neighbor, the literal neighbor, is 93. She's still there. One of the other neighbors told me. But she's bedridden and I really, it wasn't appropriate for me to go in there. So there's some crying. Whatever emotions and energies come up for you when you do this, I did some crying earlier. I did the feeling. My heart really felt touched by and old memories of me. The little boy, seeing him, my mother, my sisters over on this little tiny sand strand, the beach, just about 100 meters that way. And we used to sail all out here, our family. We'd go for a week in all these islands and sail. And I've had dreams of it. Things you revisit in your dreams are often things that need to be recapitulated, erasing personal history. And again, it's not erasing it, it's not blocking it, it's not closure where you get rid of something. It's actually where you reincorporate it. You bring that energy into the now. Not to be intellectual about it, but I did my crying already. Otherwise I would let it happen on camera. And over there I think it's Björnö. I think it's called that. It's a lighthouse out there. We used to literally go skiing. We do ice fishing out here. It freezes. And sometimes we ride our bicycles out to these islands during the winter. And watch out for the icebreaker, because if he came through and you're on the other side, it's not such a good deal. So revisiting the old places where you grew up, where you went to school, where you haven't been for a long time, go there with an open heart, with an open body. Feel your inner energy body as you're doing it. I'm feeling actually really good right now. You know, when I first landed in Sweden, I had some big crying. It actually started, it's that sentimental retrieval of your energies. And it's important to do it. If you want to be the full spectrum human, if you want to retrieve all your energies, it's just important. It's part of it. You don't have to physically visit the places. That helps because seeing them brings the cellular memory. It will trigger it for you, and it starts moving inside you. So going to the physical place, you'll find yourself unexpectedly crying. You know, like if I went to my grandmother's grave, I would, I'm sure, have reaction like that as well. I could go there right now, you know, in my heart, in my mind. So you don't have to visit it physically. And I'm talking to my father also. He's passed on as I'm at the old boat club that we used to sail with. And he helped start it. He was part of the founding, you know, members of it. They started it. And now it's fancier. It's got the flag up the pole and all that. It's beautiful. So, recapitulation, backtracking, it's called repentance in the old way. You go backwards, repeal those things that have occurred before that need cleaning, because often no one gives us the tools, or we still don't have a civilization that gives us tools to how to recapitulate, how to stay current. We leave pieces of ourselves behind. Anytime the child shuts down, you're losing a piece of soul essence. You're leaving it somewhere in a trauma, or I have to get serious now, I can't stay that playful. You know, that type of thing. So it is recapitulating into the now, erasing personal history, which is actually freeing personal history. You're freeing it up. You're making it free, setting those energies free again, any trapped energies. So you actually appreciate the memories better, clearer, more openly, more honestly, more from your soul, more directly. It is not a getting rid of anything. It is loosening trapped cellular energies, literally, and in your field, and allowing them to find their rightful place again. So here I am standing. I wonder if my friends that I grew up with will ever see this. I'm not so sure. Maybe not. But this is the little island right behind me, right there, that we used to be naked on with the whole family, grandma, older sisters, puberty, the whole bit, right there, right there. All those childhood memories happening right there. Amazing. And then fishing and falling in through the ice in the winter. Peter falling in, you know, all the way in and having to run 2 kilometers home because it's winter and he's completely wet. It's very, you know, it's not good. All these memories laying here on these stones. This perfect little tiny island. It's kind of hidden from everything, so not many people. But now I can see it's been discovered. There's lots of little boats all around that show evidence of people coming here. There's even maybe even a little dock over here for boats, it looks like. So blessings and love. Do your own recapitulation. Do your own incorporation, your own freeing, your own reintegration of your personal history. Go back, if you have a chance, to the physical places you were in school and stand there and feel with an open heart and talk to the child you were. If there's any pieces of yourself trapped there, bring those pieces into you. And they may require, the child requires, that you feel your heart. You're going to feel tears. Tears is likely what you're going to feel. So I encourage everybody to do that as I stand here at one of my most cherished 10-year-old, 9-year-old places. One of the places where there's also a beach over here But it was too windy to film, where my mother and her 3 little kids, my mom 35 years old, with her little children, she would come down and spend the day at the beach with us. And all things happen in the now. But when you cross across time like that, you start to feel timelessness. And that's why the heart opens. And that's why love starts moving automatically. And that's the crying. The crying comes from love moving inside us, in our hearts. And then it brings the tears, because love automatically starts cleaning us. It cleans us of any sadness. So even when people feeling their hearts opening, the tears usually come. In the healed human, in the awakened human, there's no more tears. It's just the beauty and the bliss. But on the way back there, heart usually brings tears. All right, love. Thank you. More later.